Hello, my name is Cameron Hanna, and I'm an Impact MBA student at the University of Colorado. And this summer, I had the privilege of working as a fellow at the World Wildlife Fund's Markets Institute. The Markets Institute attempts to identify global issues, trends, and tools around some of the most pressing environmental challenges of our time, with a focus on food production, as our food system is one of the key contributors to climate change. The Markets Institute is dedicated to accelerating the adoption of sustainable practices within the food sector. As the emphasis on aligning financial goals with environmental responsibility continues to grow, the urgency to cultivate and showcase the tangible rewards of sustainable practices has become even more significant. In the US, over the past few decades, the richest individuals have amassed wealth at an accelerating pace, while the average worker's income, adjusted for inflation, has barely budged. A truly sustainable food system must consider the well being of people as well as the environment. When workers have a stake in their companies, they often feel a stronger connection to their company's mission and its impact on the world. My project aimed to shed light on how business models centered on increasing worker and producer equity could foster both economic growth and ecological sustainability, resonating with the core values and objectives of WWF. Throughout my research, I examined various models of employee ownership, such as employee stock ownership plans, worker owned cooperatives, and employee ownership trusts. My journey began by reaching out to business owners, sustainability professionals, and government officials who had experience working with such structures. One particularly enlightening interview I conducted was with Susan Gary, an expert in trust law. Susan highlighted the distinctions between EOTs, co-ops, and ESOPs, and employee ownership trusts stood out amongst these forms as it locks down the company's purpose, allowing a business to consider factors beyond maximizing shareholder value and ensuring decisions align with the core mission of an organization. Susan illuminated the challenges and successes of organizations in transitioning to EOTs and was instrumental in drafting a new trust code in Oregon known as the Stewardship Trust Code. The Stewardship Trust was created for business without ascertainable beneficiaries. This statute allows for purpose trusts to be held in perpetuity. Prior to this, all non-charitable purpose trusts couldn't be enforced for more than 90 years. The statute also removed the court's ability to reduce the amount in the trust, solidifying a stewardship trust's ability to continuously reinvest its profits. Since the establishment of this trust, there has been increasing interest amongst U.S. business owners. There are now 32 U.S. companies currently using this structure. The aim of this project is to contribute to WWF's body of research to better enable the organization to make informed recommendations to businesses and to policymakers. Transitioning to worker and producer-centered business models, particularly employee ownership trusts, would likely have a significant impact on workers and the U.S. economy at large. With less short-term pressures created by financial markets and investors, companies owned by EOTs can focus on progressing their mission and supporting their employees. This approach encourages more innovation, as companies can reinvest what's normally distributed to shareholders towards research and development. These organizations also experience employee retention rates up to 40% higher than their non-EOT companies, and improved resilience during economic downturns, with some studies showing that EOT companies experience up to 6 times better survival rates in challenging economic climates. Looking at the U.S. economy, small businesses, defined as firms with fewer than 500 employees, represents a sizable portion of the U.S. economy, accounting for roughly 44% of the U.S. GDP. Additionally, according to research by Project Equity, about 60% of small business owners will look to sell their companies in the next 10 years, a trend that's being propelled by the imminent retirement of a large number of baby boomers. Small businesses employ nearly half of the U.S. workforce. Transitioning even a portion of these businesses to EOTs could mean financial empowerment for millions. With their long-term perspective, EOT-owned companies are also able to set more ambitious environmental targets and prioritize long-term environmental health over short-term profits. After my research and interview process, I recommend that the Markets Institute continue to build upon this work, looking to publish the business case for employee ownership trusts. By showcasing the benefits that this ownership structure can bring to businesses, WWF can influence more business owners to make this equitable transition. Thank you.